All right, chat. We have bumped into our first issue today. I was gonna ask Retro what his logic was on this one, because we're gonna be spectating the rank 1 Luna today, which is gonna be this person, Woofles. Now, before you say anything, there are other people that are potentially in this category or in this conversation, but here's the problem that we've bumped into. Everyone's private profile. So number one, we were gonna originally watch, we can't, because they're private profile. Before you say anything, and I mean we as like the team of Flat's team, aka Retro in this case, he's already tried to do tons of work. And what I mean Retro has tried to do is he's tried to literally look for other top ranked players that we know exist on the ladder, find them, and then try to find games with these people through them. Like, we've tried everything to try to see if we can find the actual rank 1s for some heroes. It takes hours sometimes to go through. That's why it's a little bit tough. But that being said though, it's still top level play. So Luna Snow, also, fun fact, on Rivals Tracker apparently is the 4th lowest win rate in the game. That being said, I also don't trust Rivals Tracker anymore ever since the data that got released by NetEase at the end of the season and showing the ranks and how wildly different it was. That being said, let's go. Dude, I've done one of these spectatings before, and I talked about how Tim the Tatman is actually Guru. And I'm not joking, I literally broke it down, like in like the beginning of the video was like, oh, these are who these players are. And the amount of comments that video got of like, this isn't a top ranked game, that's Tim the Tatman, this game, like you got the wrong one, / like Tim is shit, like whatever. Like they saw the name Tim, they didn't even let me finish my fucking sentence, and they paused the video, must have typed, and they closed out. Blew my mind. I don't know what it is. It's like a new, it's a phenomenon I've only dealt with in Rivals. That's all I'm gonna say. It's strange. All right, so the number one things I'm gonna be looking for are positioning, snowflake usage, which right now it's on to the Neymor. I'm surprised on the Neymor over the Star-Lord. I would assume because they know the Neymor is going to be playing top out of LOS and the Star-Lord's going to be flying around in front of them. That would be my guess as to why. And also the other thing that's really, really important is clap timings. So if you want to know one of the most important things you can do as Luna, like what is the most impactful plays you can make on Luna, is having a good clap. Like getting good claps are arguably your most impactful play other than ults. So their timing for theirs right here, as the fight was starting, is because it kind of looks like they're getting pressured up here. One tap onto their invis, or 2 taps on their invis. That one clap right here, this one, gets 3 people. Gets 2 people. It gets the Star-Lord and it gets the one of the tanks. That one gets an enemy and heals. That one got like 3, right? Those are like the big timings. I know it's like maybe considered boring or like not that crazy, you know what I mean? Or even you might think it's like overhyped, but like those small things is what makes Luna, or sorry, a good Luna versus a bad Luna. Because anyone can just sit there and play left click simulator onto their tanks, onto their in front of them, but being able to have good timings, 1, to save them, 2, and also get the collaterals between doing damage and doing healing at the correct times is also huge. Big freeze, they already have ults. Play is really, really calm. Walks also into the Magneto. A lot of people don't do that when they're getting pressured by a tank like this. Like, look at the Magneto's standing right on top of him. Said, nah, I'm not afraid of you. Walk straight out. Second the thing's done, just hits him. No fear. Do I ever get tired of these competitive games? Listen, I don't want to have an existential crisis right now. But yeah, sometimes. That's why I played Oblivion for the last like 3 days. I have like 25 hours in Oblivion now. So yeah, it happens. But I always come back to it.
Don't let it go to your head. How refreshing.
Oblivion's been fun. I think we're gonna upload that on Plus TV, but which is like where I put all like my non-rivals, non-Overwatch stuff. But anyways, it was a good fight. Okay, so they actually switched the Snowflake over to the Star-Lord. I wonder if that's because the up top is broken now. Like this area is broken, so now you can actually see them, so you don't need to have it on the Neymor, so it's better to have it on the more agile target.
I am ready to put on a show.
Does Clap not get eaten by Magneto ult? I don't think it does.
I am ready to put on a show.
Never thought about that. So do they actually save their clap before the Magneto ult to keep healing? Is that what somebody did? It was literally the exact same time. I don't know if they actually did that on purpose or not. But yeah. It's ice, not magnetic, but does the normal left click get eaten by Magneto? I think it does. Does it not? Yeah. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm not crazy. The comment of it's not magnetic. Ice isn't magnetic. I was like, wait a minute, hang on. Am I dumb? Like, no. It doesn't. So you can save your clap for when Magneto ult's going off to keep healing your teammates. Not have to worry about charging up the mag ult. Always kind of comes back to this back corner over here. What's really important about this back corner is like they still have really good sight lines for almost everything, and they also have this health pack they can fall back to. So like their invis and them are playing together really, really well. I've talked about this in previous spectatings. Like the most important person on your team to save is your other support, almost always. The other support almost isn't getting pressured though, so they don't have to really worry about them. But they're always watching each other's backs. So always knowing where your other support is really important. I mean, you saw it right there. When the invis jumped, immediately goes to take notice, like, hey, you good? You in trouble? No, you're fine. Okay.
That's a good feeling.
Took care of the invis right there. And then they saw they had their own shield to heal off of, and then goes back to killing everyone else. They always take a mental check really quick. Other support, fine. Okay, they're good. All right, back in. So what are they doing with Luna ult here?
I am ready to put on a show. 30 seconds.
The only thing I can think of is just mirroring their Luna ult. Oh, actually, it was they Luna ulted one to mirror and two the Emma ult. I will say though, now that they have Loki ult though, this is gonna be spooky. Okay, so the other Invis ult comes out. Everyone's traded all support ults. Yep. This is just kind of sucks because you gotta play in the Invis ult or play this corner. Yeah, like they want to play these corners to try to keep themselves from getting rolled by incoming damage. The Emma CC is going to stop them and then just gets hit with a mag. Like there's literally, I don't think there's literally anything they could have done there. They just get grabbed. Sorry, thank you for the super chat, but I don't understand what that. I don't know what that meant.
A shortcut through space. I am strength for battle. Leave me darkness.
So, interesting. They swapped Strange to come back. You know what? Hot take. I don't care what role you play in this game. I don't care what character you play in this game. You should learn how to Strange TP.
Keep it up, 07.
You should learn how to Strange TP. You should be willing to swap and TP back. I can't tell you how often we could have won a game or how many times we could have touched again if somebody who died first, DPS player, support player, both of them, just swap Strange to TPS back, and they never do. They need to learn. Everyone needs to learn how to do it. If you don't do it, unless you have ult, if you have support ult, that's different. If you have a big DPS ult, that's different. If you're less than 50% and you don't swap to TP touch in a fight like this, you're selfish. What's there to learn? Some people just don't know how to do it. They just never do it. They've never even tried it. And I'm seeing that a little bit there, but like I don't think it would matter. They were dead. Are you watching the #1 Strange? No, I'm watching Luna, but they swapped Strange to come back for the TP because that's what good players should do. I did not know it played this much music or noises when you were skating. Because they're like 3 buttons, please. I'm gonna say this with my whole chest. I don't care if it's 1 button. I can't tell you the amount of players who've sat there and told me they don't know how to do it or don't know play Strange or do whatever, and they just don't fucking do it. Or they don't think to do it, right? They don't think to. It doesn't make it any less true.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Is this good music? Yes.
A nice deep freeze. Anyone willing to help? Come help.
I was fine, thank you.
Your powers are mine! Take that, you undersea uglies!
I am ready to put on a show. I suck.
What did they just dodge something here? What did they just dodge? Did you see that? Did they get pulled in by the ult? Oh, it was a squid. I think they're still dead, though. Are they still dead? No, they actually get away. Oh, good for... I'm going to watch this sequence again. So they dodge out. They grab health pack. Fight back a little bit. Boom, hit him with the freeze. See, never being afraid to fight back, very important. Sometimes fighting back and then running away, also the right play. So they go for the touch. I don't know if I would have went for the touch there, but to be honest, I'm not against it either. Sometimes you just send it thinking like, oh, hang on, my team's here, we're ready to go. They also did have ult. At least they didn't ult it. Maybe ulting to touch could have been it, but I don't know if that would have been the right play either. Tough decision to make there. They kind of just get steamrolled all of second. I can't tell you how often that happens though in games where you just get hardcore steamrolled on like second point or something and teams just crumble. And it happens. Like, it doesn't mean the game is over. Like, you have to be able to stabilize, and you can already see what they're doing right now as a team. They're all playing the end of third, trying to stabilize. Like, they're still losing. Like, they just lost their Hulk. They just lost someone before that too. But they're getting ults out, which is valuable. Huge clap here. Able to keep their Emma still alive, so they can still stabilize. Not trying to do too much. And also realizing that these fights were already kind of lost. And so they still have Luna ult for the fight that matters, which is the one here at end of third. I can't tell you how many people would have probably popped ults at the bridge when like they were down one or whatever, trying to win it. I'm also assuming they probably have communicated with their invis to be like, hey, who's ulting first? That's something you should 100% do. If you're a support player and you're playing Invisible or Luna or whatever, and you have another playing the other, you should be communicating with each other and being like, hey, I'll ult first. I'll ult first. Or you ult first. Also, I think they just grabbed the Star-Lord out of his ult. That was crazy. So, this ult right here is a bit of a tempo ult. They might have been saving ults for the Star-Lord ult. Star-Lord ult gets canceled, but like their tanks are in deep, and this is last fight. So they have to ult to save them, even though there's not an ult coming off. Actually gonna get lucky, and the Emma's gonna end up ulting during the Luna ult. Dodges the whale. Nobody dies to whale, thank God. And that ends up being extremely a huge value ult. Saved both tanks from dying, and it countered 2 ults that just came out during it. Alright, now they use Invis ult for Star-Lord ult, which is what I'm assuming they were originally saving Luna ult for. But because it got canceled, they were able to use it more freely. Being able to make those reads on the fly is very important as well. Because sometimes you say, like, I'm going to keep Luna ult for Star-Lord ult, right? If the Star-Lord ult gets canceled, they're not going to have it for a bit. Do you save it again for when it comes back? Or do you just rip it and win the fight? Well, winning the fight is the right way to go. Big value out of the clap again. And they're already 50 to ult again. I've never heard someone say Star-Lord ult sounds like Tom and Jerry. Never heard that before. I'm gonna put a clap here. Okay, so they go for the clap because everyone's fighting on this bridge right here. Oh, nice. I thought the mag fell off the map, but there's debris there now. Gets big value. That one clap, look at how much ult charge they get off of it. So I think they were 50 to ult at the start of the fight. Breeze doesn't hit anybody, a little bit of damage. And then they start clapping at 60%. So with all the damage, all the healing, I don't think they even hit every single one. They got like 25-30% ult charge just off of that. And now it's OT. They have ults coming up. After this mag ult, maybe they go for it. Invis shields them. Has to pop it there. I know the Invis shield might have saved them, but it's better to play it safe. Also, Star-Lord, I think, just got his ult off that, right? No, he didn't, actually. Good freeze. I think they're still dead, though. But you know what? You know what the thing they just did, though? The Invis lived. They backed away together, got hard chased. Invis has ult. So the Luna dies, but the Invis gets to live, sneaks away, and go look for ult on point. One thing you'll notice from really top level support play is they always stick together. They always stick together. Unlucky. So they end up capping. That's okay though. See how they play it on attack. Also, this is a really tough season to be playing support. So I think the most impressive things you can see is like they're always one of the last people to die. If you're playing support and you're dying first a lot, that's a big problem. If you die last on support every single fight, you'll win way more games. So trying your best to be the last person to die is super valuable. Big value out of the first clap. Is this support appreciation day? After considering the talk we had earlier about all this stuff, yeah, I guess it might be. Didn't think of it that way.
A nice deep freeze.
Gets big value on the clap here again. Last couple didn't hit, but first few were huge value. Can't keep them alive. Something you might notice though is even though they're trying their best to keep their tank alive, they always make sure to be in a spot where they get to survive no matter what. So they're always backing away if it looks like it's not looking too good. They don't leave them behind. You know, if it's looking like it's on the downhill slide, it's better to survive and try to save someone else than to go down dying with their tank. So like, see how their Hulk just jumped in? You had to wait for him to come back, then chase him. Small things like this, right? If you're a support player, be honest with yourself and be honest with me. If your half HP Hulk turns the corner and jumps up, are you f***ing losing your mind and going to the left here to look up and help him? Because it's like, oh shit, that guy's dead. They don't even react. Looked up at him, right here, you can see it. Looks up at him, and is like, nah, you gotta come back to me. You come back to me.
I was worried.
Your powers are mine!
I am ready to put on a show! I am ready to put on a show!
So they pop Luna with their Star-Lord E. Get some pretty big ult charge. This is just a giant ult exchange. This is gonna be a big clap after the Invis ult, I bet. Hides, make sure it doesn't die. Big value out of the clap. Or was getting big value, now they kind of get forced out. Always playing their life though. It's better to just sit there and just chill and not, instead of fight back and potentially die, wait for someone else to come help, slash your other support, which is what the Invis does. Just being pesky. Just being pesky constantly. I'll admit it, I'll chase him, I would too. They help each other, 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 they help each other. You notice something really quick there? Listen, you are two supports getting absolutely dove, right? By this case, a ulting Star-Lord, he cannot miss. You know what they do? They don't move, they stand there. They both stand there and try not to make it difficult for the other. They want them to hit all their shots. Granted, doesn't save them unfortunately. I think the Invis shield was broken, unluckily. But it was really close to surviving. Very close to surviving. Yeah, they ate the entire Star-Lord ult. With no ults, just sitting there, just helping each other. Your number one priority is that other support. Also, one small thing I just noticed. Does the clap also like work around you? Like how big is the hitbox? Because she's healing the Invis from the side.
I was worried.
I wonder if that's done on purpose, like standing on top of the other support while clapping. That way they can heal them while also doing other things. Interesting. That would be actually really smart if they were doing that on purpose. Like trying to stand on top of the other support while healing other people. So instead of this case, right, like let's say you wanted to heal the Neymor here and then heal the like the Invis that would be next to you. Like you just walk to the right, stand on top of the Invis and heal them instead of like look to the left, then look to the right, look to the left, then look to the right. That would actually be really smart.
The only octopus I like is grilled. A nice deep freeze.
Was just a scratch.
It's giant value out of the clap here. Everybody gets healed up quick. Has ult now. They're actually way ahead of everyone on the other team on ults, except their support ults, because they've had them for a while. But all the DPS and tank ults way ahead. Big bubble from the Hulk.
Your powers are mine!
Something I've noticed is like they almost always stay on heals now. They don't really rotate to damage unless there's a big ult like a Neymor ult, but they don't have a Neymor, so they don't really have to worry about that. Oh yes, they do actually. Oh, I haven't seen them Neymor ult combo.
Keep your tentacles to yourself, Neymor.
When did they get a Neymor?
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Maybe they just haven't comboed it yet. Keep an eye on that. If they do Neymor ult Luna combo, keep an eye on the damage boost.
A nice deep freeze. Nice work, Neymor.
They had Neymor all game. Do they really?
Gladly take the win.
Do they have it on defense too? I must have not noticed it. I don't think I've seen them combo yet. Maybe I just missed it. I wasn't paying that much attention to it, if I'm completely honest.
A nice deep freeze.
So I end up playing cart, pushing it. I'm not totally against that. Better for them to push than the Luna. Or sorry, not the Luna, the Invis, because the Invis has to be much closer. It's typically good to have like one pushing with the team, one pushing cart. What made them just turn and run? Was that the... Did they just predict the Neymor ult coming? What did they see? Where is the Neymor on their team? Did they see the squids? Is that what they saw? What did they see to turn around and run? What was the indicator? I'm so curious of what they saw to turn around and run and be like, "Yep, we're gonna get rolled here." Oh, the map's gonna kill them. I like destructible maps. I do not like the rebuilding maps. The rebuilding maps kind of piss me off.
How refreshing. Here they come.
The indicator was the enemy Luna going purple. No fucking shot.
No worries.
Your powers are mine!
I'm ready to put on a show.
No, it wasn't. I didn't see it go purple.
I was fine. Thank you.
Maybe they just knew that because they were Luna ulting, at some point they were going to go for a Neymor ult. Because that is one of the best times to go for a Neymor ult, is when your own Luna is ulting, because you can damage boost your Neymor ult. So they have it now. They have the combo. Look up here top left. Let's keep an eye on it for this fight. Yeah, they're probably ult tracking actually.
I'm ready to put on a show.
And still on heals, still on heals, still on heals, still on heals. Damage boost. There it is. That's the combo right there. So as long as it's still in the air, boom, Neymor ult starts to go out. They flip over to damage boost. One tap.
Be your best self.
I'm melting this Hulk right now. Yeah, their Hulk just gets kind of
Let me guess. I don't have to be center stage.
Something really small, but like very important, is playing these corners this hard. Like after doing a little coaching, like the bronze VTuber thing, I think I probably could have done a better job, like explaining corners. It's not just about playing the corner; it's about the angle you play at in the corner, right? So like they're gonna get pressured here, but they play so close, like they hug this wall while they're getting pressured, and then the second they get pressured from someone from behind, they just bolt immediately. But it makes it so they have to go all the way into the room. Like they can't pressure them from here because like they're too deep in, and they can't pressure them from this way because they're not playing all out in the open. Hugging those corners is super important. And just being pesky, just being annoying, just making it so you're hard to kill. Take too many resources, take positioning. How are they gonna take this though? My guess has got to be that they kill their enemy Loki, maybe, before they ult. Maybe that'll force the support ult.
Your powers are mine!
Big freeze.
Put on a show.
Their Hulk gets, dude, their Hulk's getting absolutely rolled.
Back to my full glory.
Thanks so much.
And then that's
I am
their
ready to
Luna
put on a
Loki.
show.
And now here's their normal Luna. Gets slammed. Survive. Oh, almost survives.
30 seconds.
Is Flat solo queuing? They walk among us.
The final 10 seconds. I like the code.
So who TP'd here? Oh, the Hulk.
I
Okay.
am ready to put on a show.
There's Luna ult. Jump through. This Luna ult gets a lot of value because everyone's just popping ult on point at the same time trying to survive.
We must confront Dracula himself.
The TP actually gets some really better, or a lot better positioning too.
How refreshing.
I suck so close. This is your big chance.
Huge clap value. Gets a lot of damage done. Is he invis? No, nobody goes to help with the flank. They both stay front line. Oh.
I'm Hulk.
He's a Star-Lord alive.
Your powers are mine.
Holy shit. This is a potential one of those fights to potentially build another Luna ult later on. Freezes the Hulk, uses the time to reposition back over to the other support. That way they can help each other more. Also, oh god. Luna or Invis ults for point, then they play really aggressive. Wait, trying to kill the other Luna before they get ult?
Put you on ice.
So, because they've both been ulting at about the same time, they probably are assuming that they're close to ult. The other team's Luna is also probably close to ult, but doesn't have it. So uses the Invis ult, because that's going to heal all the teammates, anyone who's low. They don't need healing right now. Uses that time to go on the offensive and kill the other Luna specifically before they build their Luna ult. And now, will it come down to it needing it? Will they be able to build another Luna ult? Is that what's going to happen? Or are they just going to win? Okay, they ended up just winning. But if that Hulk made it back, they would have had ult ready to go, and the other team's Luna would have not had ult. That is full game sense. That one play right there might have been the big difference between them capping and not capping. That one play right there. The entire game, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Nothing against it, but like support in this game, I feel like is a little sleeper sometimes because you're just like full healing, which is fine. I actually enjoy that. I enjoy it, but like for other people, it's a lot of healing, not like a whole lot of like damage or like big cooldowns, right? I personally enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. But like I know other people don't. And so most of this has been mostly just healing, and the big values come out of ults and clap timing. That was the first time that they went like really aggressive on the attack, full solo killing someone, and that was probably the difference between capping and not capping.
And this is why I chose Reed.
So it doesn't happen as often, but knowing when to do it, kind of crazy.
Down to 30 seconds.
Okay, decent clap value there. I think they were expecting everyone to push, and then they kind of just backed away. So it doesn't get like quite as much out of it.
Do I throw like a girl?
Other thing I've noticed with their freezes, have you guys noticed this too? They don't always aim for their tank. Like they're not like just using mouse aim. Like they always try to walk into them. Like they always try to like belly bump.
Do I throw like a girl?
So instead of standing where they are and turning their head, like they're trying to like walk into them every time. That takes a lot of practice to get used to, because you're like, oh, big enemy, big scared, like don't want to die.
How? You're frozen.
They do it consistently though. They always make sure the freezes are point blank to make it easier. That is actually difficult to do. Because like the human reaction is to be scared of like the enemy, right? Like to not want to die. You want to keep your supports or your team alive. You want to keep everybody up. So they're gonna wait a few seconds here probably, and then pop Luna ult second to win the fight. I'm assuming. Yep. So they wait a little bit for their Luna ult to almost expire. Swaps the damage boost right there. Doesn't get a kill though. I don't know what the hell the two Hulks are doing. The two Hulks are playing their own game. Oof. You know what's funny? That was the first time that when they missed a freeze, they didn't walk into them. Look at this. They go for the aim freeze, and they overshoot it. They don't. I think they're back. They don't back out. Like they don't like walk into them as much. they kind of like stand where they are and turn their head. Because they were low HP and they were probably like, oh shit, I don't want to die. They over aim it. Oh, I know that miss freeze probably tilted them, for sure. Because they hit that freeze, I think they win. Because it looks like they're winning right now. Oh, the invis dies. Unless there's a big clutch on point. They do make it back, and they TP'd back too. Oh, they're Hulk C9.
The current score is
Damn, they actually, their teammates kind of made a big play.
things up.
That was one of those ones where your teammates pop off, hell yeah. But almost a bit of a disaster. Comes down to those little things. Miss that one freeze, it's almost the end. Wait, are they gonna do the TP Punisher strat? Where they just start blasting through? No way.
Need some help. Thanks so much.
No fear, holy shit, I would've been shitting my pants.
A little help, please.
Chat, I just want to show you this strat really quick. They have the Punisher in spawn on the turret,
I'm hurt.
and they put the portal on the door facing the top of the point, so this is his sight line, and then the entire team is sitting outside of spawn. Oh god, how the fuck am I gonna show this? The entire team is sitting outside of spawn to jump through the other side of the portal so they can go to the point while he sits up here blasting. That is fucking insane. That is wild. Sorry, I just had to point that out. Starts to fight with Big Clap because everybody's running in. The whole point here is to look to jump on someone and surprise them. Their tanks are still pretty healthy, but their tanks are low. Oh, misses the freeze. Uh-oh. That might be the end. Oh. Oh. Actually, they got saved by their DPS. See, that was one of those times where their two supports were not playing together. They were separated a little bit and almost got rolled by... Which, honestly, should have gotten rolled by their Star-Lord, but got saved by one of their DPS. That's why always playing with the other supports is very, very important. Even for those like couple seconds jumping through the portal, trying to get position, trying to work together. Almost costed them. But yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, I only have one code today, because as I explained in the beginning, it's getting kind of tough to do these. But there you go. There's your rank 1, parentheses. Luna Snow.